Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? I'm Nub Queen and welcome back to my channel. Everyone is playing Valheim this past week, and this is a game that I've never heard of until it came out. This game actually feels like a more scary and realistic survival sandbox game compared to Minecraft, but it's actually very much like Minecraft. It's just in a different setting with more monsters. And generally, I love sandbox games. I love building my own base. So I figured I'd give it a try. In Valheim, you will have to build bases from scratch, chopping trees and craft your tools. Just like Minecraft, but have scarier monsters and bosses you can fight and protect yourself from. I get a little bit spooked out when I play it late night when it's like super quiet and it's just me and this scary world. I know, I'm such a chicken. Anyway, here's my first day in Valheim do's and don'ts for all newbies like me so you can progress faster than I did. So let's get started. The first tip that I have is to try to find some basic supplies right away. Just starting out, we had no tools, no food, nothing on us. But you can use your fist to punch animals, monsters, and the small trees. You can only use axe on the larger trees, so fist does not work on them at all. I managed to find some berries soon enough so I didn't have to get too desperate for food. But you do have to be careful when you are attacking animals and monsters. I died so quickly. The first monster I met, I was shocked, like legitimately shocked. Oh, and one thing that I had trouble with, and this is so simple, I don't know why I didn't figure it out, is that you have to make sure that your cursor is actually pointing at the item that you want to pick up or punch. Like other games, you can be around the proximity of the items and then you can just press E or whatever key that you want to pick up items. But for this game, your cursor have to be on the object. So you guys don't have to figure it out like me. I spent quite a bit of time trying to figure it out how to pick up stuff. Then again, it's probably just me. 2, you can press M to look at the map and decide where you want to go. On the bottom left of the mini-map, there's an arrow that the game wants you to follow, but don't get into the Black Forest just yet, especially if you're just starting out. If you don't get enough good tools or gears, you will die fairly easily. I went in there following the arrow on the map, and at night, I know, not smart, and of course I died. Killed by a boar. I couldn't believe it. And I decided not to go back there yet because I basically had nothing to protect myself just yet. So take your time gearing up and look for shelter first. And therefore, number 3 is to find and build a shelter to get campfire and bed so you have a new spawn point, or else every time you die, you'll go all the way back to your game starting point, which is a bit irritating. Luckily, I found a tiny wood structure near the water, so I took advantage of it and start my tiny base there for now. Later on, I found several different campsites around the area that I found some useful things, so that is also very cool. Wood, rock, like stone, and berries, meat is very, very good to start with. 4, make a hammer, then a workbench as soon as you settle down. You have to make the hammer first in order to craft like fires, workbench, and the other furniture items. So make sure to make the hammer first. Once you have the hammer, build a workbench as soon as possible. Your workbench requires a roof in order to work. Yes, a roof. So build it in your home or build a shelter for it. Once you have hammer and the workbench ready, you can make so much more necessary items now and your life are about to get comfortable. Well, as comfortable as it can be. The last tip that I can give you guys is to start hoarding food and other materials. You can cook meat by placing a cooking rack on top of a fire pit. To cook the meat, place the meat on the rack. Don't leave yet. Wait for a little bit, then take the meat down before it gets burnt. Get a few of those before you go further from home and explore. The goal is to prepare everything, including food and gear, weapons, then go towards the first boss called Ichthyre? I don't know. Ichthyre. Okay, the name is not important. You just have to know that he looks like this. And he can only be summoned in a specific way at his altar. And this is the first big quest that we need to go towards. And this is the 5 tips that I can give you guys if you're just starting out as a brand new player. I hope these newbie tips will help some of you guys out. Please come back for more videos in the future. Happy gaming! Good luck on Ichthyre. Bye! Oh, I should not choose a place that's so close to water. Now the water is basically in my first floor. I'm officially flooded.